Is fear keeping you from flipping houses? If it is, it's really typically not a just fear problem. It's probably a lack of education, because flipping houses is actually pretty simple, but it's not easy. So here are the things you need to know to hopefully reduce the amount of fear you have by getting into this business. Number one is you have to know what the house is going to sell for. I call this ARV, or after repair value. You figure this out by running comps, or comparable sales. You have to find houses that are similar, all fixed up and nice, similar square footage, ideally within a half mile of the same neighborhood, same bedroom bathroom count, same style of the house, things like that have sold recently. And you want to find those that are the closest comparable possible, because that's most likely what your house is also going to sell for. Number two, you have to know how much it's going to take for you to fix up the house. So this is going to be your labor costs and your material costs. So material costs are pretty straightforward and simple. Like it's a square footage type thing, right? You know how much drywall costs, like per square foot, and how much you need. You know how much carpet costs. You know how much LVP costs. Like those are simple things you can calculate. Obviously, there's some stuff like plumbing and things that are maybe more intricate that you may not know the exact cost. But in general, material costs are fairly easy to calculate if you just have a good calculator, which I can send you. So let me know if you want that. Knowing how much labor is going to take to actually fix up the house. If you are new, I would recommend working with a good experienced contractor. Yes, it's going to cost you a little bit more, but finding a bunch of subcontractors to do all the work separately and knowing whether or not they're going to screw you, especially if it's someone you've never met before, is going to be difficult, and you're probably going to lose your ass. So, and I highly don't recommend doing all the work yourself either, because that's going to take too much time. You're not going to be able to scale. For your first one, maybe that's okay. But after that, you don't really want to be doing all the work yourself either. So you have to find a good contractor. And there's one I would highly recommend that is local to Northeast Ohio, Buckeye Property Solutions. They've done a lot of work for us, and they're a sponsor of our groups. Highly recommend reaching out to them. But figuring out what the property is going to take to fix up to get to that ARV, that is number two, and that's one of the most important numbers you can find. All right, and the last thing that you need to calculate to figure out what to offer on the house is how much it's going to cost you to do the deal. So this includes cost to buy it, so closing costs and cost to sell it, closing costs on both sides. You have your selling costs to an agent. That's a big component of it that people forget about. There's your private money costs, or wherever you're getting the capital from, your cost to capital, that's big. Then there's all the other stuff that people always forget about. Your cost of insurance, your cost of utilities, your cost